Norm number 3 is all about topics. So when you click and you go inside your Google Classroom, we're again focusing our students on going to the classwork tab. And here you can see I have some topics on the side, and this is my classroom from last year that I'm sort of redoing a little bit. And I have links and resources here at the tippity top, and everyone's going to have one of those. One of the things that you could do if you wanted, which I actually kind of like, is I like to go to Emojipedia, and you can see it comes right up on mine. And for example, I like the toolbox. You can sort of observe and look to see all the different fun things that you can get. So this is something that I like to use. I'm going to hit copy. The reason you can use emojis is because they are saved in a computer the same way as text. And so I can click and I can rename this that I already have, and I can paste in that emoji. So you can add a picture in, but emojis look like pictures to us, but they're saved in a computer just like they save text. So it saves a certain way, so you can use them. So this might be fun for you to go to. So it's emojipedia.org, and you can search. They have all different types of emojis that you can use, and so you might have some fun with how you categorize yours. So the link/resources, course expectations can go there. If you do a video on how to navigate your Google Classroom, it can go there. Any sites that you use regularly, you're going to put links in there so that kids have this resource up at the tippity top always. The other one that we're all going to have, and I'm going to create one right now, and this is how you create a new topic by itself. You click the plus create button, and down at the bottom is where you can see topic. And this one is going to be weekly agenda. This is going to help our kids know exactly what to expect and what's going on. I did not use a weekly agenda last time. I'm going to use it. So I'm going to put, I want my agenda to be second. I'll probably look to see if I can find a cute little agenda, maybe a calendar or something to go there for a little emoji in front of it. But this is what I'm going to post every week. I'm going to have an agenda so that the kids can see what's happening. The other thing that you notice is that on the side, all of these topics are in the order that they're here. And you could see how I clicked and dragged, so you can rearrange, and you notice that it goes on the side. It will change on the side. So some people might do things with numbers. So I am going to be numbering mine. I have a unit 0, unit 1.2, and I'm going to break up my unit 1 because it was a little bit longer, but I am going to break things up a little bit. The other thing to keep in mind when you're creating your topics is look at the length. So sometimes like this unit 0, it says classroom ... It cuts off. So I might want to think about renaming it a little bit. Maybe instead of putting unit, I'll just put a 0. That will save me some space. Maybe the word culture will come in, or maybe I can reorganize. So just keep that in mind, that you want the topics to be visible to the students. And so some people, again, you can go numerical order. You don't have to. Some teachers might just sort of have their topics on the side. That's fine. It's just this is going to help students think of what it is that we were working on. Oh, we did poetry, so they're going to look on the side for the poetry unit. If it was, for mine, if they're looking at their inputs or outputs, I want something on the side so that they know where to go. Like code tracing, they can see where to go. But again, I'm going to work on mine. The other way that you can do it is if you don't, I usually just add them ahead of time. So I click the create button and I add my topics. You might create the topics as you're adding an assignment. So I'm going to create an assignment for a topic that I don't have yet. So I'm going to create a topic within the assignment. So I'm going to show you the second way that you can create your topic. So I'm going to actually ask a question, and I'm going to hit pause so you don't have to watch this whole thing. So now that I have the assignment all ready to go, the question ready to go, I just need to click on topic, and I just need to create a topic. So up at the top, and that's where I would type what I would like, let's call it inputs, what I want it to show. And then I can click that save button. Because it was the last thing I did, Google Classroom automatically puts it at the top of my classroom. And then I would order this to be where I wanted it to go. So that's why I tend to put mine ahead of time. I put all of my topics out there so that it's easier, but you can click and you can drag to move things. That's one way to move things. If you don't like that way, you can click on the 3 dots and you can either move it up or move it down. So it's going to move it down section by section. So you'll still have to go through and keep moving it to get to the right location if you don't like to click and drag. But either method works, but definitely using the topics, having links and resources at the top, that's going to be consistent. Keeping a weekly agenda also at the top, that's going to be consistent. And so this is going to be filled up. So if kids aren't here, they can look to see what was covered, and then that will help guide them to the different topics on the side. Some people might link everything from their agenda. That's completely fine and up to you. It's not necessary. The last piece about topics is just the navigation. So you can scroll to see everything, but another quick way, if you're using it and you say, okay, everyone, we're going to start in unit 1.2 today. So I could just go down and I could click here, and then I would see everything that was just in 1.2. So I don't have to scroll through every single thing, but I could just look through that little topic. And actually, let me show you what it looks like as a student. So if the student clicked on 1.2, they would just see those particular items, and that's it. And then they could go back and they could go to all topics, and then they could scroll through their entire Google Classroom. Now you notice that I, as a student, do not see everything that the teacher can see, and that's because not everything has been posted. So only topics that have been posted already, that have something underneath it that's posted, will be visible to the students. So you can get all your topics in there ahead of time. The students won't see them until you've posted things underneath the assignment.